Wow. What an ending. Holy crap. I don't even know what just happened. It all kind of just happened. I don't even have theories on what could have happened. Dang. Well, this is Mason the Brock Henderson here. This is Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4, Episode 6, The Good Samaritan. And it just seemed like an unassuming episode. Just we have the director showing up on the Zephyr, I think it's called, something like that. He shows up and is looking for Daisy and Robbie. They put them in the container and like drop them below the ship and hold them there. And of course the director figures it out, which I kind of figured he would because it was just way too simple. Like, oh, let's just put the container down here. I'm like, yeah, okay, he's gonna figure that one out. So he does. Robbie breaks free of the container and starts beating the crap out of the director as the Ghost Rider. Coulson convinces the director we need him. You know, he just it is who he is, but he's not a bad guy. We need him. He wants the same thing we do. Director says okay, so they all go down and try to stop Lucy. Turns out they're actually trying to stop Robbie's uncle because he's the one that put this whole thing in motion. And then he sets the machine off. Coulson, Fitz, and Robbie all disappear, and he walks out of the machine, Robbie's uncle, able to create matter. Yeah. But at first I'm just like, oh, okay, so we're having an episode about Ghost Rider. We learn how he got his powers. Okay, this is fine. And then they head down there, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, yeah, he sets off the machine. Coulson's gone. Fitz is gone. Robbie's gone. What the hell? Where did everybody go? Dang, it was a lot to talk about. So, first of all, one thing that we don't even get any further story on, it just happens at the beginning of the episode and then all of a sudden not talked about anymore. Simmons is talking to the director and he says, look, you've got a mission to go on. There are two guys standing there ready to take her on the mission, and bag over her head. We don't know what happened to her. Fitz can't get in touch with her. She's just somewhere. Don't know where she is. The director shows up on the Zephyr, looking around. Fitz is trying to figure out about the plant that Lucy is going to, trying to figure out which one she might go to, all that stuff, using May's help, and all the while, Robbie is talking to his brother about how he became Ghost Rider. And we got a surprise cameo from Nicolas Cage. I wish. No, I'm pretty sure though it is Johnny Blaze that shows up at the scene of the wreck. We see how the wreck happens. We see Robbie and Gabe getting attacked in the car. We see the car crash, and then we see somebody pulling Robbie out and pulling Gabe out of the car. Robbie tells him pretty much what happened was he died in the wreck, and somebody said to him after he died, would you like a second chance to get revenge on the people who did this to you? He says yes, and then that's when the first Ghost Rider, I'm guessing, shows up on a motorcycle, of course, because that was what Johnny Blaze rode. He pulls Gabe out of the car, and then he goes over to Robbie, and I guess transfers the Ghost Rider spirit into Robbie. So I'm guessing that is what happened. I hope we get more story on that later. I hope it's not just we're all supposed to assume, oh yeah, that was Johnny Blaze and that's what happened. I want clarification. Just in case people haven't seen the Ghost Rider movies and don't know who Johnny Blaze is and why there's a motorcycle and all that. Just a bit of clarification on that so people understand there was a Ghost Rider before him. And if that's what they're going to do. If not, if they're just going to make it where, oh, that guy was the devil and that's all it was. They might go that route, but I feel like it would be better if they made it to where he was the second Ghost Rider after Johnny Blaze. That would make it a bit more interesting, add a little bit more lore into it, and really kind of enhance the Marvel Cinematic Universe overall. So we get that story. It was kind of emotional seeing Robbie have to tell it and seeing Gabe react how he did. Obviously, you kind of expect him to react this way. You expect him to be like taken aback, like, whoa, hang on, you're the Ghost Rider, you're the killer that's been going around. And what makes it even worse is that Robbie pretty much says to him that the reason he killed those guys was because of what they did to Gabe. And you could see the look on his face. And at first I didn't catch it. At first I was like, Gabe, what are you talking about? But then I thought about it, like, he's right. Robbie is placing those deaths on Gabe. He's not like saying, oh, it's your fault, but he's saying he did it because of him. And that kind of does put some blame on him, and he doesn't want any of that. Of course, technically getting in the car with his brother probably wasn't the best idea, so you can't say he's completely innocent, not at fault. But at the same time, yeah, Robbie does have to take some responsibility of his own that what he was doing wasn't right beforehand. And so everything that happened after that, he needs to take responsibility for. And you can kind of see that he's realizing that slowly, so I feel like we're going to start to get some more of that as the season progresses. But so after the director shows up, and of course, as he's slamming the doors, I'm just like, okay, he's probably going to break free, even though they're just nobody's broken out of that before, right? Yeah, nobody. It's impossible. And sure enough, busts it down. That's impossible. Of course it is. It's Ghost Rider. I mean, that whole scene after that, where the director and Robbie are fighting, just really intense, more good action scenes, and then everything that happens after that, like I said, it seemed like it was just another unassuming episode. It seemed like that was going to be what the episode was about, was learning Ghost Rider's origin, maybe finding out about Lucy and shutting down her plans. But then they just spring all of this on us at the very end, where we find out that we've been getting flashbacks to Lucy and her husband and Robbie's uncle working on whatever they were working on before. The whole creating matter thing, and using the book to do it. Well, the whole time it seemed like it was Lucy's husband who went too far and was kind of obsessed with the book. Well, then all of a sudden we find out, no, Robbie's uncle was jealous of the fact that he couldn't see the book. So it had nothing to do with the book itself. It wasn't like it was affecting whatever his name was, Lucy's husband. It was more Robbie's uncle felt, I guess, left out and wanted to have the power that they were discussing. So it was kind of interesting to see that change, to see him go from, oh, he's just Robbie's uncle, he's just a good guy, to, no, he is evil. And so he sets the machine in motion. Can't talk for a sudden. And, I mean, like I said, we see, first of all, before that happens, Robbie ends up talking to Lucy, and that's when we find out that Robbie's uncle is behind it all. She tells him that he's the one that set the machine off. But he burns Lucy up, so now she's done. And then when the machine goes off, we see Coulson's right next to it trying to shut it off. It won't shut off. Fitz is in the building too, so he was affected by the machine. And it's kind of a question of what does that mean for them? Robbie, you would think if any of them wasn't going to be affected, it would be Robbie because he's the Ghost Rider. So the fact that he was affected too makes me feel like something went horribly wrong. And I don't feel like Coulson, Fitz, and Robbie would all be killed off like this. I feel like they're probably going to have a way to bring them back or something. And with Doctor Strange coming to theaters this week, chances are there might be some mystical stuff going on. But it kind of ups the ante. Like, they're gone now. No more Coulson, no more Fitz, no more Robbie. What do we do? Even Simmons. Simmons is nowhere to be found right now. What is going on? So, just a really intense ending and setting up for more intensity in the next few episodes, because I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know where they are, what happened to them, where is Simmons. So many questions being raised, and they've set up such a great story for this. Characters are awesome. I mean, just watching them do what they do every single week, it's so much fun. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is my favorite all-time show, and week after week, it keeps proving why. Most shows you have that one episode you're just like, well, that was okay, that was good, but I think it could have been done better here or here. So far, this season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has progressed exactly how I want it to go. They built up the story, they built up the characters, they let us get used to all of this stuff going on. This introduction of ghosts and then the Ghost Rider. They let us get used to that. And now they're starting to bring in more backstory, more explanation of why this is how it is. And then the whole creating of matter thing, the fact that they're playing with the idea of, oh, God gave us the book. No, the devil gave the book. It's a question of, do they exist in this world? Does God or the devil exist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Is that going to be a thing now? So it's kind of interesting to see how far they're going to go with this. Are they going to address that? Is there going to be some scientific explanation as to what's going on here? I don't know, but it's fun to watch, it's fun to experience, and I love this show. It's brilliant. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What did you like and dislike about this episode? Let me know. We can talk about, discuss all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reviews, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.